Okay, we on. What's happening?
Yeah,
Don, the loudmouth. The shit just got
yeah,
real, my
boy.
man. The
Yeah,
shit
man, I
just
did.
got real.
Yeah.
We've been planning to do this for a while, and then what better moment or what better time? Yesterday I was just on Facebook, and then I saw someone uploaded. One of your fans uploaded a hell of a lot of photos, and I just saw you covered in blood.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I found you immediately, and you were like, you were breathing heavy on the phone, like, wait, yeah, it's real. I'll speak to you
Man,
later.
man, I
Don,
was so gassed. We did this mask versus title match.
right.
And at the they decided, well, it's no disqualification, anything goes. And while we were there, man, they just started stuffing stuff like in and around the ring. It was like, okay, let's use what we got.
And listen, was this a CP? Was this done by the CPW or was it a different federation? This was
No,
CPW, right?
it was done through Champions Pro Wrestling, all sanctioned, and everything was above board. The bleeding,
So for
was
those of you who don't know, on my so let me just tell everybody that's watching on Share Your Brands page, because I mean, obviously everyone knows you on the Loudmouth Society Appreciation
yeah,
Society page. So for those of you that don't know, this is my good friend, CPW All African Champion, the Loudmouth, and the
yeah,
Loudmouth is actually a wrestler in South Africa, and we've been friends for a while now, and
yeah.
wrestling's been put on hold for quite a bit because of COVID. Every time they had good news, government has pulled a handbrake purely because of the social distancing, the nature of the sport. It's full contact, but yesterday it was more than full contact. It was
Oh, yeah.
going through contact. I don't know what to call it, with contacts everywhere. So, Don, I mean, wrestling in South Africa has been doing quite well. But I think this is the first time I've actually seen or witnessed photos of it being that brutal. What changed? What happened? Why did you guys go that extreme? I'm not complaining, although I do
Yeah.
feel sorry for you to a little extent. But what went wrong? What happened? I mean, not what went wrong. What changed for
Well,
CPW to go this far?
what basically what happened was I had been in and around with Super Dragon for a while. He keeps on sending voice notes. He kept on sending voice notes to Mark. He kept on sending voice notes to me, saying he wants a challenge. He wants a challenge. Now, I've already beat him 1-on-1 a while ago, and at the end of the match, I just said to him in a very strong manner with a steel chair that it's enough now. You're not going to beat me. It's over and done with. Move on with your life. Go and train some more. Maybe, I don't know, lose some weight or something like that. Go and train a year. When you're done, come back. But he kept at it. He kept at it. And eventually they said, fine, you know what? You're going to do it. You're going to put your mask on the line. And he said, no, that's fine. I'm putting 12 years of my reputation on the line and everything like that. I said, fine. You want to do it? Go ahead. And we got to the show yesterday and got him a WhatsApp from Mark saying, just 2 words, no DQ. That's it. So I said, fine, don't worry about it. No big deal. And then when I get to the show, there's just all this ladders and thumbtacks and lighting tubes and everything like that under the ring. And man, when we got started, man, he just started waylaying me. I went over the top rope. As soon as I was over the top rope, man, then he was diving all over me and things like that. Threw me into the stairs. I split my elbow open, something terrible. Um, and just from there,
Yeah, I
man,
saw that. Yeah.
it's just a matter of, you know what? Hold on a second. You know, you want to go far. Let's go far. And the next thing I know, boy, the first lighting tube went over my back. I'm like, you are joking. You are joking. And the first, it stung so bad. Wait, I cannot explain to you how much it stings to have something like that over you. So I thought, you know what, all right, I'll bide my time. And I got to the opportunity and I grabbed he wrestles with a t-shirt on. I grabbed the t-shirt off. I got him outside of the ring and I grabbed one of these things. I said, you're going to suffer. You're going to suffer. And I grabbed this thing and I tell you what, I swang for the fences on it. And that thing just exploded everywhere, man. And he was cut. Nice big X on his back. I said, yeah. Now you stop your nonsense. And we're outside wrestling again. And then comes the long one.
Was there any beef between the two of you? I mean, friendly beef, but the chirping was happening. Was there a little bit of did it cross the line like prior to the fight? Because I know there's always a build up to the fight. When you guys know that you're gonna fight. Was there a couple of things said that made you guys say, okay, cool, let's go extreme. I want you to feel a little bit more pain.
No.
Was there anything of that?
Not at all, right? When I knew shit got real is when that first lightning tube cracked on my back, and I was standing there, and there's all these pain and things like this, and I'm thinking, you little bastard, you little okay, all right, that's fine, don't worry about it. And we wrestling around the ring, and I'm just looking for things to hit him with, and I saw a tub of thumbtacks that one of the other vendors was using to put up posts in their stand. So I grabbed it, sprinkled it in the ring. I picked him up.
I saw you sprinkling that like a salt bay on the ring, but you were just chucking those thumbtacks.
And man. And I just said to him, I said, you know what, you're going to get it. And I picked him up on my shoulders and I Samoan dropped him on those thumbtacks there. And he looked like a beautiful, when you see those sequence dresses that some of the ladies wear, just gold dots all in his back like that.
I was about to say, you made him look like a Christmas tree in the ring. You just decorated him up.
That's it, man. That's it. Unfortunately, it wasn't 12 days of Christmas, but I got him a bit.
When was the last time a wrestling match with you got that extreme? Okay, I know you do push the boundaries. Whenever you go to war with someone, it's never a soft match. It's always you go all out. You give it 110% whenever you're in a fight. I know that. But when was the last time did you draw blood?
2017.
All right. Comparison to yesterday's fight?
Oh no, please! It was a walk in the park. In 2017, I got hit over the head with a guitar.
Okay, and I think I saw photos of that, yeah.
And the only thing that happened there was I got a little cut under my eye because when he hit the guitar, a little piece of wood splintered here by my face, and it just created a little bit of a cut. That one is serious, man. I'm gonna have to check it out. On the side of my head, I might have to. It's still weeping a little bit, so I might have to go for stitches or something. I don't know.
So that blood, I mean, your shirt, you showed me a photo. I'm actually going to try and upload some of these photos a little later on. You were holding up your shirt. You were covered in blood here. So where were you injured? Was it the elbow? Where else?
My elbow, my knee, my head. I got about four cuts on my head and my back. So it's just like little dots.
So
where the dart has pierced me.
And you've obviously won the fight and you kept your title. Did you put your title on the line, or this was a fight that was long coming? This was beyond the title.
No. I put my title on the line. If he wanted to put his mask on the line, that's cool. I'll put my title on the line. He wants to up the stakes. I don't mind. I'll put my title on the line, but he must know that I'm going to defend it with my life.
How long are you holding this belt for now?
I've had the belt now just on 3 years.
Right. When are we going for the big one? We want that.
Yes.
When you said big things are happening, for me, this was the big thing that happened for me, as a fan and as a friend. So when is the big title shot coming? When are you going to start calling out for that? I think it's time for you to raise the bar a little bit, man. You've been all over the place. You fought almost everybody. I want to know as a fan now, when are you going to pull out the big title shot? When are you going to fight?
Uh,
Who's holding the big belt now?
it's still Mr. Wrestling. They announced the rankings about a month ago, and I'm number 2 on the rankings. You got Mr. Wrestling, you got Ananzi, who's the number 1 contender, and then you got myself. And I'm not going to sit back and wait. Ananzi he had a ladder match yesterday. It was fine. He got the win, but he must understand that I want to. And I'm not sitting back and I'm not going to wait for him. 2022 is going to be a big year. There's a lot of plans happening. I can't divulge anything at the moment, but there are things in the pipeline that are happening as we speak that will allow Champions Pro Wrestling to progress to the next level. We are talking about exposure that you will not believe in. I plan to be right at the top of that exposure. And I don't care, Ananzi, he's a good wrestler. He trained me and things like that, but I'm not standing back for him. And Mr. Wrestling has been champion now for almost 5 years now. He's long in the tooth. It's time. And their time is coming to an end. I'm putting up the best matches of my career over the past 7, 8, 9 months. And people are starting to take notice. International people are starting to take notice. So these guys better watch out. I'm not playing.
I just want to tell everybody what you've been doing personally for wrestling for the last, well, all your life you've been a wrestler, but over the last 2 years since we met, the Loudmouth has taken the initiative to obviously build his brand. He started his own podcast where he interviewed local and international wrestlers from all over the world on his show. So he's really been investing a lot when it comes to wrestling. And I think with the followers, your fans, and what you've done for the sport, I think that it will be an awesome show for you to be also a number 1 contender for the big belt and to have a match at a pay-per-view with Mr. Wrestling. Because, I mean, you've had him speak it. I mean, the Loudmouth had Ananzi and Mr. Wrestling on his show, sitting next to him on his own podcast. So, I'm sure they have an understanding with you that you're not just doing this for likes and follows, but you're doing this to climb up the ranks to get noticed so that, you are worthy of actually holding that belt too as well.
Absolutely. When you were there at the inception when we started, the plan was always to get that exposure to go to the next level. Now, these guys, they're good wrestlers, but they can't talk, they can't interact, they can't work a crowd, they can't get involved in the minutia of professional wrestling. And that's where I've got an advantage over them, because for my size, I can wrestle, I can entertain, I can get people to hate me. And it's an important thing for professional wrestling, because when you're getting a reaction, whether it's a good reaction or a bad reaction, you're getting people to feel something. And at the moment, I've got a reach where people are, I want to hear what the Loudmouth is saying. I'm invested in what he's saying. I want to see him wrestle. People overseas are commenting on my match and saying, hey, that was a hell of a match. You can do this or try this or things like that. So I'm getting that reaction from people. And these guys need to understand that the reaction is getting me traction. And once I've got traction, I'm in their faces. They can't ignore me when I'm in their face. And I'm in their face all the time.
I think we would agree. I mean, all right, and as a wrestler, you've noticed there's some guys that are top grade athletes in the ring. They can flip, they can do almost anything, and you probably admire them. But I think, in my personal opinion, being a wrestling fan all my life, a wrestler needs to just not also be a great athlete. In fact, you can probably get a crappy athlete, but he has the best character on stage, where he outshines everyone just by his personality. Now here we have Don, and I'm not saying it to blow smoke up your ass, but you have the character, the personality, the drive for the sport, and you an athlete too as well. Don is a big guy, guys. I mean, I trained with Don for some time, and Don can move. Don, what's your weight right now?
I'm at 129 now.
129, and this man is jumping off top ropes. He rolls, he grapples, he wrestles. How long was your fight yesterday?
The fight yesterday was 22 minutes, and then my fight on the 11th of December was 33 minutes.
Now, if you think
So,
about it, you wrestle with someone or you're training with someone, and you're going on 22 minutes ongoing. You got to
yeah,
be fit. Doesn't matter how much of muscle you got. You got to be fit because it's speed. You
yeah,
know, you got to be able to be very fast, and your peripheral vision has to be quick too as well, because anything can
yeah,
get thrown from you at any side. Don,
yeah.
before we wrap up,
Sure.
any pay-per-view events that we should know about, specifically in the Eastern Cape, and because CPW is quite big in Port Elizabeth, I know that there. But
Yeah.
is there anything happening in the first quarter of the year, or anything happening for you now in December, even if it's happening in Joburg? When is your next fight? When can we come and see you draw more blood?
Well, at this point in time, the 18th of December was our last match for the year. I'm going to
Okay.
take some time off. You know, I'm not banged up per se, but my knee's been hurting for a while, and I haven't really taken good care of myself. But looking forward to 2022, you know, COVID aside, you know, we've got a lot of things bracketed for 2022. You know, and it all depends on COVID regulations and if people are out there and behaving themselves and wearing their masks and social distancing and things like that. We've got things bracketed, but I cannot divulge anything else. As far as the Eastern Cape is concerned, Eastern Cape will always be the home of Champions Pro Wrestling. And every year we had Wrestle Monster in the Eastern Cape. We had it every single year. Those things don't change. The only
Right.
thing that changes now is the COVID restrictions, whether we are able to perform or not. So
Okay.
at this point in time, we're under adjusted level 1. We have to adhere to that. But just because we're
All
adhering
right.
to that doesn't mean we don't have plans up and running. And as soon as we can announce things, I promise you, Wade, you will be one of the first people to know.
No, I love it. I love it. And guys, I think we at a point where I want all of you guys who are watching this on my page to follow the Loudmouth. I'll put up his link up on when I upload this video. Um, Loudmouth is a perfect candidate to be an ambassador for your brand.
Oh, yeah.
He is seeking endorsement deals where he is quite versatile with any kind of brand to represent your brand for marketing opportunities on his clothing when he goes out to wrestle. He has a podcast that runs. I think he's taking a bit of a break, but he's going to be back soon. But you'll get
Yeah.
an opportunity to advertise your brands on his podcast because he has a massive reach. He gets people from Australia, United States, Miami, Cape
Yeah.
Town, Job, wherever they are in the world. Donovan is reaching out to them. So I would advise you to make contact with him. He's had a couple of endorsement deals with supplements, with beard companies. That's endless. So if you are looking to put your brand next to an athlete in the entertainment business, this is the guy that you need to get in contact with. You can actually call me. I can set up the
Yeah.
meeting for you guys. It will be awesome to see the Loudmouth partnering up with brands around the country. So, Loudmouth, final
Absolutely.
words for your new fans that you've absorbed from my page today. What can we say to them?
Man, thank you very much for your support. Check out the Loudmouth Appreciation Society, beg your pardon. Check out Off the Top Rope. It is a great source of information to get involved in professional wrestling or to just catch up on whenever it is. And follow me. This face is so pretty. Oh, just take it easy, please. No lighting tubes, no thumbtacks, please. Not for a while. I'm in a bit of pain, so please just take it easy.
Yeah, awesome stuff. Loudmouth, my main man, my good friend. Thank you for the opportunity for jumping onto this so soon. I mean, I literally found Loudmouth yesterday when he was licking his wounds and cleaning himself up, and I said,
Yeah,
let's do a show. And he's like, oh, it just happened now. So I I gave him a day's break. Most wrestlers or any athlete would have said, you know what, wait, let me get myself together first. But I really do
Yeah.
appreciate your time, and I
Thank
can
you,
see
mate.
this happening quite often after every fight. We're probably going to get you on the show just to an update, and maybe do a build up once Mr. Wrestling and CPW puts that fight together. I kind of want to have a face-to-face build up between the two of you on my show, so that we can check exactly, everyone can get to find out more or less what's up and what's going to happen in
Sure.
the show to come. So, Loudmouth, thank you so much. All the best. I hope you have an awesome Christmas. Stay safe, wear a mask, and yeah, don't get into any trouble until it's the next fight.
Yeah, you know me, Wade. Trouble is my middle name. Actually, my middle name is Maurice, but we don't worry about that. Right, Wade, thank you very much for having me on the show, man. I really do appreciate it.
Awesome stuff. Thanks, Loud.
Well,
Thanks, Loudmouth.
take it easy, my man.